Hi, this is Tina from Inner Delight, and welcome to another We Uplift TV moment. And joining me is the beautiful Dr. Stephen Marcus from Sacred Ground, taking social media to soul media. Welcome back, Stephen.
Hi, Tina. Great to be with you again.
It is. What a joy always to spend time together in this way. And actually this leads us into what Sacred Ground offers for people, the opportunity to connect eye to eye, heart to heart, soul to soul, using this amazing technology that you've developed and taking that whole social media experience where people want to share into a soul media experience.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, that's it. What would you like to share about that? How has this come about? Because taking social media to soul media, I think, is such a profound statement. And it really does describe what Sacred Ground offers people.
For me, it's an embodiment of you and I and others have been working on over the last couple of years. I remember when I first found some video technology that let, I think, 6 of us meet all together in a room, as long as people weren't using Macs or something like that, or weren't using certain types of Macs. We really struggled with some of this early technology, and finally started to see one another eye to eye, not just one-on-one as we're doing right now, but in groups, and we discovered what a profound change this made. And we were doing this within the context of social media. And when I first came along and met Malati, I said, "Oh, I think I want to have an account for my personal life, and then I want another account to do with my work and my business contacts." And she said, whoa, we need to bring all of this together and in alignment, and this alignment where one suddenly discovers it's like telling the truth in life is the easiest, because you don't have to remember very much or anything. You just be, and you just do what you are, and so just bringing it all together. First of all, on Facebook and Twitter, and having one identity, the same or a similar photo to identify oneself, the same name. And then I brought this video technology in and found wonderful software that let me integrate video into websites and integrate Facebook with video into websites and create this space, Sacred Ground, www.sacredground.us, which brings us together to meet. And so we have the videos, and when you put the mouse over a video, you see the person's name, and that's the name that you see on Facebook. Up above the screen, you see little icons, which are their Facebook pictures of all the people who are in that space. And when you click on one, up comes their Facebook page, and you can see, oh, am I friends with this person? Is this somebody I want to be friends with? How do they describe themselves there? What energies do they put out? And it's all to do with bringing things into alignment. And then some magical transformation happens, as I know you've experienced, and many of us have experienced as a result of that. In fact, can I ask you to talk about your experience of coming into this space before I just go on talking more, because I know I can go on talking for ages.
Well, I think that I've witnessed your progress in developing the Sacred Ground technology, and so I've seen the shifts taking place from the beginning to where it's at now, and I feel like it's a glimpse of where it's going. I mean, it's amazing what's possible. And one of the things that I've definitely experienced through gathering in Sacred Ground and being able to see people that we're having a training with or a workshop with or just a gathering with is that what we experience in live workshops, shall I say, where people actually physically together, that something miraculous happens when people connect in that space of love. And that Sacred Ground offers that same experience, that it offers a platform for people to have that same experience of really being, allowing themselves to be seen, and seeing the transformations that occur because of that. And I recall one of the ladies in our program, it took a long time for her to get a video camera. Guiding her through this process and really giving her the space to be heard was important for her to build up the confidence, or to how would I say, to trust that it was safe for her to let herself be seen. And seeing that occur was a miracle to me.
Yeah,
it's giving me goosebumps now, just recalling it. And that's just one person. And I know that people have had experiences like this in many times, many ways. So Sacred Ground to me is a space where you said us can come together and have this soul connection that takes it way beyond the interacting in social media that can remain a little bit distant, but when actually even there, through sharing the messages, you can find people really allowing themselves to express what is coming up for them, and then actually letting themselves connect with each other face to face. It takes it to a whole new level. It's magical.
Yes, definitely. And the really amazing thing is that it actually transforms the whole social media experience. Once people have had this experience of real connection, then social media becomes something totally different for them, and it becomes a space where even if all you're doing is putting a little post on a Facebook wall, that it gets infused with this same quality of real deep connection and presence. The person you talked about, and really just gently, okay, have you bought a webcam yet? Well, it's been sitting in a box for 2 or 3 months. Let's actually get it connected, and then seeing how then that person blossomed into really being present and visible, and how people's everyday lives are then changed. Do you think the analogy from quantum physics is appropriate at this point, or should we leave quantum physics out of it for now, for today's audience?
Well, you piqued my interest. Let's hear it.
There's a phenomenon called quantum entanglement, and actually it's the reason why Einstein didn't believe in quantum physics back in the 30s, because there was a prediction from quantum physics that if two particles came together in a certain way and then went off, no matter how far distant they were in time or space, they'd be connected. So if one of them turned one way, the other one would do exactly the same thing. And this is now called quantum entanglement. Einstein called it spooky interaction at a distance. And in the last 20 or 30 years, this has actually been proven in the laboratory that this actually happens. So these particles, once they come close enough together, and this, in physics, this has to be done using all sorts of high energy particle accelerators. They're traveling very close to the speed of light. They hit, and then they go off into the distance. And it's like one of these Greek tragedies, actually. The lovers have met, and they go off. They never meet again till they die, but they're always connected. And it's really fortunate that in social media, we can have this experience more gently. We can come together and we can stay connected, and yet something's happened after this deep connection. And it's happening through looking one another in the eye, through sharing our feelings, sharing from our hearts, and also through getting in touch with our purpose. I think that's also been remarkable in this group as we come together with Whispering Energy. It's not just been about having a good time. People have come there with purpose. They've wanted to develop their spiritual, soul-based business. They're really, it's about alignment again. It's about getting their everyday lives in alignment, their work life in alignment with their family life, with their spiritual life, and expressing one thing through all of that. And it's also attracted the most beautiful people, and so I know I have lots of friends, and some of them are real life friends, and some of them are online friends, and there's actually I have to think, which of these people have I met and which ones haven't I? So is that like that for you as well?
Yeah, and I think also I've met several of the people first online, and then we met in person, and the other way around too, and it really makes no difference. It feels that connection. Once you've looked each other in the eyes, it's like something happens. I guess when they say that the eyes are the windows of the soul, we have the opportunity to look at each other in this way and connect. And I personally have found that any of the times that I have had a video connection with someone, actually seen the person, heard their voice, then the interaction totally transforms afterwards through sharing on Facebook. It's like it becomes more real, more tangible. Yeah, something, it adds depth.
Yes. And as you said earlier, what's really exciting about this is we're just scraping the surface.
Yeah, and it's like I say, you know, to people that social media is like the fast track to personal transformation, because it brings everything up that's standing between you and that source that flows through you. And that sacred ground offers a space to really connect in that way with one another, to have that transformation occur together, realizing that we are all connected, and that the way forward in these times is really through community. And so having this space to see one another, to hear each other's voice. You know, the only thing missing right now, and who knows, you know, I said, beam me up, Scotty, may not have been so far out. Maybe it's coming, you know, but that we can, the only thing missing is being able to pass the food and the beverage through the screen and have that show up. So, you know, taking the social media to soul media, when you came up with that phrase, it to me felt like, yeah, you have tuned into what your soul is here to express in the world. And I am delighted to be a part of this and seeing this unfold. And as you said, you know, seeing as how fast technology moves, gosh, just looking at over the last 10 years, not many people had a computer. Everyone's on a computer now. We're connecting in ways that I'm sure that our grandparents would have thought was definitely, you know, where we were making it up. It couldn't be possible, but it's happening now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else you're going to be developing and integrating. And I know there's going to be some amazing events to let people have this experience of soul media. So invite them to go and visit www.sacredground.us. Is there anything else that you would like to share to wrap up our time together here for today?
So maybe it's good to let people know the sort of events that'll be on Sacred Ground and what's available. So Tina's already given you the website, www.sacredground.us. And when you go there, the first thing you'll need to do is just to log in with your Facebook. And you'll see a calendar, and you'll also see the upcoming events that you can join that are scheduled, and these ones that are moderated, where there's going to be an experience created by myself and by others. There's also a Sacred Ground Cafe, and that's a space where you can just drop by, like the neighborhood cafe or spiritual bookstore on the corner, and you can just drop in there and meet people. And you can also invite your friends to come and meet you in the cafe, so you can meet and have a discussion. And so you'll need to plug in some earbuds or headphones, and a microphone and a webcam, so you can hear, be heard, and be seen. Yeah, and I invite you to just come and join us and come and meet one another, and see you there.
Beautiful. This would be really great for if there's a great conversation thread going on Facebook, and people to come together and let's have a talk about that. You know, come and meet in Sacred Ground and have the experience, take it to a whole new level to experience soul media.
Yeah.
So thank you for everything that you are doing in the world and that you're sharing who you are. There's a lot more to you that people don't know about yet. And as they come and join in Sacred Ground, I know people may be discovering a bit more. And I look forward to sharing that in other videos.
Thank you, Tina.
Thank you, Stephen, for being here. And many joyful blessings. And until the next time.